Cash Money.
Hebrew Israelites. You are Hebrew Israelites. And about Black Lives Matter. Israelites lives matter.
That we with our spirit, read on. That we are. That we are. That we into captivity. So good shall go. So good
Shall go.
And so will
Shall go.
All you gotta do is press that button and go shoot over here and be like that, man. Be over just like that in an hour, man. America. Do it one more time for me.
Boom.
Just like that.
And by the Spirit and power of the only begotten Son, Yahweh, bless who the world ignorantly called Jesus the Christ. Come on up here, Ivy. Come on up here. The captain was giving y'all some good, straightforward, sound doctrine. So with that being said, it's time for y'all to turn y'all feet to the testimony. It's really time for you, brother, you, sister, you, sisters, to come home.
That's right.
It's time for y'all to come home so we can get out of the land of our captivity. Give me Psalms 119 and 59. Let me show you something, because therefore, if we continue to do things that are associated with this world, we're going to continue to be on the bottom of society. Psalms 119, 59, you give me 1 John 2 and 15. Give me 1 John 2 and 15. Read this, what you got?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 59. I thought on my way.
Most High God said, I thought on my ways. Our ways what's got us into what? Captivity. Our ways of thinking has got us on these what? These slave ships. Our ways of thinking got us what? Working on a second class, working on jobs, last hired and first fired.
That's right.
That's our ways. That's what got us, our thinking got us doing that. Read on.
And turn my feet unto thy testimony.
The testimony is the Most High God's oracle. The testimony is this Bible. We're reading straight out of the King James Bible. The same Bible that's probably on Big Mama's house, Big Mama's nightstand, collecting dust, pages stuck together. You know what I'm saying? That's the Bible that our people do not want to read. Read on.
I made haste.
What the Most High God say?
I made haste. And delayed not.
Most High God said he ain't gonna delay. You're not gonna delay when you hear the oracles of the Most High God. You're gonna make haste. You're gonna run to it. Because when I heard this word, it resonated with my spirit. And it told me to what? Come out of the ways of America. Come out of the philosophies of doctors of men. Because who gave us this? Who gave us Baptists? Who gave us Pentecostal? Who gave us Mormon, Seventh-day Adventists? Who gave us these things? The Most High God said, love not the world, didn't it? Read what you got.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the
What
world.
the Most High God said?
Love not the world.
I just say, he said, love not the world. Read on.
Neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world,
He ain't distinguish between the man, woman, and child. He said, if any man love the world, read.
the love of the Father is not in him.
So you're going to continue to do these things in the philosophies of devils? The love of the Father is not in you. Because you can't be lukewarm in this truth. You're either going to be in it, or you're going to be out.
That's
Revelation
right.
3 and 16. You said that correctly. Read on.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh.
The lust of the what?
The flesh.
The lust of the flesh. Because America is on the left-hand side. You look at your dollar bill. What you got on it? You got the pyramid. They do everything that the Egyptians over here. They brought it right over here.
That's right.
Because they're on the left-hand side. The Most High God deals with on the right-hand side. Read on.
And the lust of the eyes.
Lust of the eyes, read.
And the pride of the life.
Because when you look at these things, all you see on your TVs, tight pants, booty shorts, twerking, things they do contrary to the Bible, they're going to put that embedded into your system, so all you're going to see is those things, And our little ones are doing what? Thinking that's right.
That's
I
right.
want to follow Nicki Minaj. I want to do the things that she do because guess what? She see it each and every day.
That's right.
Read.
Is not of the Father.
Not a what?
Is not of the Father.
You can't be of the Father if you're going to continue to do these things. You can't be of it. You're going to be what? Either in or what? Read this, what you got. You can start at 15. Okay?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 15.
Read.
I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
He said that I know thy works. This is Revelation. Revelation means what? To what? To reveal.
That's right.
You're going to reveal these things. He said, I know thy works. He already know. The Most High God already knew these things is going to happen because what? The Bible speaks in what? Past, present, or what? Future. This is a future prophecy. Read on.
That's right.
I without work cold or hot.
What?
I without work cold or hot. So then because thou art lukewarm,
He said, because thou art lukewarm, because you don't want to, you got 1 foot in the water and you got 1 foot out of the water. He said, you lukewarm.
That's right.
Read.
and neither cold nor hot,
You ain't even cold or hot no more. Read.
I will spew thee.
Hold up. You gonna do what?
I will spew thee.
Hold up. He gonna do what?
I will spew thee
Read.
out of my mouth.
Hold up. You don't want that. You don't want the Most High God to say, hey, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work what? Iniquity.
That's right.
You don't want that. You don't want to be hanging around these people that's doing the things that contrary to the Bible. Isaiah 13 and 14. You give me Proverbs 11 and 21. Let me show you something. Because we got to come out of the ways of America. We got to come out of the philosophies of devils. And we got to come around people that's like-minded that's going to keep these commandments, brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. We're celebrating the Passover right now. Y'all are welcome to come to the Passover.
That's right. That's right.
But guess what? You got to be keeping these commandments. Read what you got.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand.
If you holding hands with the enemy, if you hold, the people in Tulsa knew who their enemy was. But guess what? What they do to Tulsa? What they do to Tulsa? Black Wall Street. What they do to it? They destroyed it, didn't they? Read it from the top again.
Though hand join in hand.
Our people always want to join hands with the enemy.
That's right.
They want to walk hand in hand with them. But let me tell you what the Most High God said He's gonna do to them. Read.
The wicked, the wicked, the wicked
They gonna do?
shall not be
They're
unpunished.
not gonna be unpunished. Read on.
But the seed of the righteous,
Who?
of the righteous,
Those that's keeping these commandments. Read.
shall be delivered.
That be what?
Shall be delivered.
Don't you want that?
Bring it out.
Don't you want immortality? Don't you want to live forever and ever? Don't you want your spiritual powers back, brother? Don't you want that? Sirach 19 and 19. You know what I want. You know what I want. Because guess what? Give me Sirach, second Esdras 14:34. We got to come out of our thinkings. The philosophies of devils that gave us all these different things right here. And then we believe these things. We're gonna, this right here is keeping us walking contrary to the Most High God. Read this, what you got?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord.
Knowledge of the commandments, us keeping these commandments. How many commandments were you taught, brother? How many commandments were you taught, sister? There's no right or wrong answer, tell me. 5, how many were you taught? 10, how many were you taught, sister? 10, right? That's 613 for the commandments for the man, woman, and child of the children of Israel.
That's right.
America has over 20,000 laws. They say that's a whole lot of them, right? But we keep them. But when we say the Most High God gave us 613, oh man, that's way too many to do. We can't keep those things. We can't not eat pork. We can't do those things. It's 613. That's easy.
That's right.
These commandments are not grievous. Read on.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
Doctrine of who?
The doctrine of life.
It's going to give you life. This book right here is going to give you life, sister, brother. Read on.
And they that do things that please him, that please him,
Keeping these commandments.
that please him, shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Receive the tree of immortality. Don't you
right.
want that?
That's
Don't you want to be in the kingdom? Don't you want rulership? How do you get to the kingdom? That's right. That's right. Matthew 19 and 16.
Bring it
Matter
out.
of fact, give me Luke 10 and 25. Read this, what you got.
This is the book of second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 35. For after death, and verse 34, Shalaki. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding,
You will put your understanding aside and let the Most High God use you. What's that Christianity saying? I pray that the Most High what? Help me decrease so the Most High can do what? Increase. Read on.
and reform your hearts.
Reform your heart. When the Bible speaks about your heart, it's talking about your mind. Read on.
Ye shall be kept alive.
You're going to be kept alive, sister, brother. You're going to be kept alive. Keep these commandments and live. That's what you got to do. It's not hard, but you got to come around people that's keeping these commandments. You got any questions, Nikki? You got any questions, brother? You got any questions? We doing it well. But you know why we came into this situation? How you doing, sister? How you doing? All praise. You know what we up here doing, sister? What's your name? Sandra. Sandra, my name is Zadok. Let me show you something, sister. Come on over. Let me show you. We're gonna dialogue a little bit, Sandra. Let me ask you a question. When you look at this sign right here, and it says what? American Black? On this left-hand side is what America calls us. But on this right-hand side is what the Most High God calls us. He doesn't know American Black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Haitians. He don't know that. So, in order for you to know that you're gonna enter into the kingdom, you gotta know which tribe you're coming from.
That's right.
How many gates in the kingdom? That's right. It's 12 gates. So what do you consider yourself? You consider yourself American Black, right? We've been lied to. Absolutely, Sandra. Absolutely. So who are you fellowshipping with, Sandra? All praises.
All praise.
All praises.
He said Saturday is the Sabbath because I used to go to the movies, I'd eat dinner, Lord, so I don't want you doing that no more. Because Saturday is the Sabbath.
All praise to the Most High. So is your pastor that's telling you that it's certain laws and requirements that you're supposed to be doing, knowing that you are an Israelite? Do you know that you're an Israelite?
Yes, I believe that because Harriet Tubman was, and the slaves that came from wherever they came from, a lot of the Hebrew was written in Hebrew.
That's right. So who did this happen to?
I would say they were black people.
It was black people, right?
Yeah.
Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Yeah.
Let me show you something, Sam. Let me show you something, Nick. They said that our forefathers came over here on what? Transatlantic cargo ships, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that that was recorded in this Bible?
Yes, but like I say, we've been brainwashed and lied
And
to.
taught wrong, correct?
Because even when I was 8 years old, I was reading in my encyclopedia where the Anglo-Saxon church, they reserved the right to change the Bible to suit their own needs.
Exactly.
And I always wondered about that.
Exactly. Let me show you something. We was the only ones giving the oracles of the Most High God to decode it. What we trying to do, Sandra, trying to stir up your pure mind, okay?
Yeah.
1 Peter 3:1. We're going to stir up your pure mind by way of remembrance. We the ones that came over in these transatlantic slave ships. What you got?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
He said we're going to come over here on ships. So why did we come over here on ships? It's a reason why we came over here on ships. We didn't keep the commandments of the Most High God.
And God was angry, so he punished us.
It is a biblical definition of Egypt. So when we was over there in bondage under Pharaoh, correct?
Yeah.
Bondage under Pharaoh, correct? Right, Sandra?
Yes.
When the Most High God told Moses, he said, go and tell Pharaoh to free my people, the children of Israel.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't say the whole world, correct? Because the whole world wasn't in bondage.
No, they wasn't.
Watch this, read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is symbolic for bondage. We were the only ones in bondage, correct?
Yeah.
Go back to Deuteronomy 28:68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
He said the same way Moses spake it over 4,000 years ago, it's the same exact way it happened to our forefathers. It happened. This is archaeological evidence, facts. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more
Let me
again.
ask you a question, Sandra. What have we not seen since we came over here to Babylon the Great, which is America?
We haven't seen our homeland.
What is our homeland?
I was in certain parts of Africa across the water, but we don't know where we came from. We've been lied to about everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem,
But who?
But Jerusalem,
which is above is free, which is the mother
The what?
which is the mother of us all.
He said, the Bible says, Paul put it in Galatians, said, Jerusalem is the motherland of us all.
Yeah.
Not Africa, but guess what? Because they're not fighting over Africa. They're not fighting over Ghana. They're not fighting over what's the other country? You know someone. Talk to me. Zimbabwe. Oh, they're not fighting over that. They're fighting over the upper part of Jerusalem.
Yes.
But that land is so defiled right now, because guess what? The number one gay capital in the world is what? Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
It's Tel Aviv.
Excuse
And where is
me.
that at? That is in Jerusalem.
That's right.
Go back to Deuteronomy 28:16. Watch this, brother. What's your name? What's your name again, brother?
The number one gay capital
In the world. Over there defiling our land. Read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy,
Watch this, brother.
chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
Never saw a homeland again. Read.
And there
Hold up. He said, and there. Read.
ye shall be sold
Hold
unto
up. He said, when we got off those transatlantic cargo ships, we were going to be what?
sold.
Hold up. He said we're going to be sold. 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. Sold to Master. What's your last name? What's your last name? I'm going to use my last name. Master Chariot.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Hampton.
In West Virginia or South Carolina.
Yes.
25, 35, 45. That happened to us. To our people. We don't.
For bondmen
For slave men, read.
and bond women,
And slave women, read.
and no man shall buy you.
That's a whole Quaker term, meaning no man is going to redeem us out of the current condition that we're in, but who? The black Messiah.
That's
You know he's
right.
black, correct? You do know he's black, correct?
Yes. When he walked the earth, I believe Jesus was dark skinned.
that's
get
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, but they gave us this.
But
They
that's,
gave us this.
but that's not true.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like
So
wool.
he said the hair on his head and the hair on his face. What color is the hair on your head and the hair on your face? Hold up.
Read on.
As white as snow.
What?
White as snow.
Read on.
And his eyes were as a flame of
So
fire.
when we drink a little bit, what color do our eyes turn?
Red.
Is his eyes red?
No.
Read on.
And his feet
Hold up. He said in his feet. Back in the day, when Christ was walking the scene, he wore sandals like that. So he can look down at his feet and see the same color. The top of your hand is going to be the same color as the top of your foot, correct?
Read on.
like unto fine brass.
Let me ask you a question, little sister. Little sister, what color is a peanut? Huh? What color is a peanut?
Thank you.
Brown, right? So brass is a derivative of what? Brown is the derivative of what? Black. Read.
As if they burned in a
They
furnace.
say if they burned it, so if you throw white rice in the furnace, what color is it going to come out? It'll come out black, right? I'll show you something. Read what you got.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5.
Revelation means to reveal. Now we're going to go back into the Old Testament and show you. They gave a depiction of Christ here. Read.
Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with the fine gold of Uphaz. His body also like a beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning,
Has so much glory. Read.
and his eyes as lamps of fire,
Lamps of fire. Read.
and his arms
So now they looking at. He say, I'm looking at his arms. He looking at his arms. Read.
and his feet
Look down at his feet. Read.
light in the color to polished brass.
Color to polished brass. Let me tell you something, man. This Bible is for us, by us. It's not given to no one else but for us. Because when the other people read it, you get the wrong interpretation of it. Psalms 50 and 60. Psalms 50 and 60.
I want to make sure I get you.
They get the wrong interpretation of that. You start thinking that, hey man, I was taught this Bible incorrectly. Now I don't believe in the Bible. That's a white man book. Who wrote the Bible?
That's right.
Everything in the Bible is wrong. What you got?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked God said.
Hold up, he said unto the wicked. All those is not according to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Read.
What hast thou to do to declare my
Why
statutes?
you even got my book? Why you even trying to read and decode this Bible? Why you doing that? Read.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Why you even speaking these words? You shouldn't even take this covenant in his mouth. Joel Osteen. Why you reading this Bible? Because everything he give you is smile. You know how the Most High God gonna come back here with? You know what he gonna do to them? Because they don't want to believe in this Bible and they don't want to hearken to the word. Give me Luke 19:27. Let me show you something. Everybody think Christ was, he gonna come back here with peaches and cream, and you gonna play hopscotch with him, and you're gonna dance. Give me Isaiah 66 and 15. Let me show you something. What Christ gonna do? Christ is the Most High God gonna send his son back down here to bring havoc on America. Read this, Luke 19:27.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27. But those my enemies,
You know Christ had enemies. He said, "Those my enemies." Read.
which would not that I should reign over them,
Because they don't want the Most High God reigning over them. Read.
bring hither.
What he say?
Bring
He
hither.
said, "Bring your."
And slay them.
And do what?
And slay them.
And what?
And slay them before me.
He said, "Slay them before me." Most High God said, "Hey, you gonna slay these people?" You think the Most High God gonna be playing when he come back here? You think he gonna be playing by you still continue to commit violent mischief? Eat crawfish, crab? You think he gonna be shrimp? You think he gonna be playing with that? Pork? Because Pastor Porkchop not gonna tell you that, and Deacon Bacon dang sure ain't gonna tell you that. Read this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
With what?
With fire.
With what?
With fire.
Come with fire.
That's right.
Read.
And with his chariot.
Those UFOs, those unidentified objects that they say, they are identified because guess what? Those are our people. Chomping at the bit, ready for the Most High God to say, hey man, send the word so we can come down here and raise havoc. Read on.
Like a whirlwind. Like a whirlwind.
Those tornadoes, read.
To render his anger.
What?
Anger.
With flour.
Anger.
Anger, what?
With fury.
What?
Fury.
With fury, read.
And his rebuke.
What?
His rebuke with flames of fire.
When you put something on fire, what is it doing? It's burning, right? It's consuming. Read.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
He's gonna plead with all flesh because guess what? Those who are not keeping these commandments, he's gonna bring you right in front of him. Hey man, did you remember that prophet told you to not eat that shrimp, to not eat that lobster, to not eat that crawfish broth? You remember that prophet told you to start wearing fringes? He told you right in front of that rudest chicken. You remember? Because the Most High God, his eyes are everywhere.
Everywhere.
You might can fool a man, but you can't do what?
Can't fool God.
Read on.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Many. Read on.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree.
Now you're going to be trying to hide. You're going to be trying to hide from the Most High God. Read on.
Eating wine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Eating that pork, that bacon, them sausage. Read.
And the abomination.
And the abomination of bat. Everything that's defiled, coming over here giving us COVID. Read.
And the mouse.
And the who?
The mouse.
Rabbit. People love that rabbit and coon. Read.
Shall be consumed together.
Who?
Consumed together.
They'll be consumed together. You think the Most High God playing with this? He ain't playing. You hear me, brother and sister? Read this.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13 and verse 10.
Read.
But only I saw that he had sent out of his mouth
as it had been a blast of fire, a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and a tempest.
He said he came with a blast of fire. Jeremiah 5:15. Because all these words that's coming out this Bible, it's only given to us, sister. It's time for you to come home now. Give me Romans 13 and 11. It's time for you to wake up. Read this.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 15. Lo, 14, Shalaka. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore, thus said the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, fire, fire. And this people would.
So if you continue to put fire on wood, what is continue doing? Burning. Read on.
And it shall devour them.
It's gonna do what?
Devour
It's
them.
gonna devour y'all. Y'all don't come home. Time for you to come home and wake up to this biblical truth for the Bible. I'm gonna leave you with this. Read this.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time.
And that, knowing the time. He said, knowing the time. Paul said this over what, 2,000 years ago, 2,000, 3,000 years ago? He said, knowing the time. Read this.
That now.
Hold up. Then he said, that now. When the Bible speaks, it speaks in what? Future reference.
That's right.
Prophecies. Read this.
That now it is high time.
High time. When you see a high tide coming, you know it's really coming though, right? That water is real high, correct? Read on.
To wake out of sleep. To what? Wake out of sleep.
He said time for you to wake up out of this deep sleep that you've been in for over 400 years.
That's right.
To wake up out of this deep sleep you've been in for over 400 years. Read this.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we
He
believe.
said our salvation nearer than when we believe. It's nearer. 52. Read this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 52, verse 1. Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. Put on thy strength, O Zion.
He said, put on thy strength, O Zion. We are Zion.
That's
Read on.
Put on thy beautiful garment.
He said, put on your beautiful garment. Was keeping these commandments, showing yourself approved, being that beacon of light to those that need to be following these commandments. Read.
O Jerusalem,
what?
O Jerusalem, the holy city,
The holy what?
the holy city.
Read.
For henceforth thou shalt no more come into thee, the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Ain't no more coming into us, not keeping these commandments, not keeping these laws. Time for you to come home, nigga. We're celebrating the Passover out there in Cedar Hill. Y'all more than welcome to come. You're more than welcome to come, brother. All right? So how we get to the kingdom? Keep the commandments. How we get to the kingdom? It's time for you to do what? Wake up. Come home, right? All right, we love you.
Hold on, I want to get it back to 22 and verse.
Tosh Money.
Verse 29.
Ye do err. Understand?
Not knowing the scriptures,
Knowing the scripture,
nor the power of God.
knowing the power of God. He's coming back like a thief in the night, man. Your beer, your barbecues, and your blood is not going to save you.